Mahatma Gandhi always told us the problem with modern medicine is
It works.
it works.
Welcome to Health Hacks for Hot Messes, where me and my friends ask my dad how to survive modern life while still living it.
We have another question from a friend of mine. So she understands her food allergies, has cut out all the foods she's sensitive to. She does not eat sugar. She has zero alcohol, takes hormone balancing supplements, maca, meditates in the morning, drinks lots of water, no fried foods, no sugar, no steroids. She also said that she's crushed DMT crystal into her pineal gland, which is next level. So there's something else missing. What do you think?
Well, I'm not too sure about the DMT in the pineal gland and what the implications are. However, there are different layers and levels to understanding, say, acne. First of all, one of the most important things is people say that they've cleaned up their act, but when you actually take a history and you put the food through a chronometer and you actually dissect micronutrient ratios, you will be shocked at how many people's diets are completely off the chart. And the inflammatory components are like 90% of their diet, and they're just oblivious to it.
Which I think is the common theme between me and all my friends. I mean,
It's outrageous.
we'll eat, raw food during the day, and then we'll go to a rave and eat a hot dog at 4 a.m. But we won't tell you about the hot dog.
No, when people have to put their food through a chronometer, they still lie sometimes, not always. And you have to read between the lines, because you can tell when a diet is inflammatory or anti-inflammatory. There's I would say zero of people that I meet in the first meeting whose diet is adequate and is balanced between micronutrients and down-regulating inflammation.
Wow.
Zero. So the dietary aspects of acne are huge. Then there's a whole hormonal component to acne, particularly in puberty. We know that acne sort of goes through the roof in adolescence as hormones start to surge. And so blocking some of those hormonal surges is why people get put on birth control pills, for instance, because it blocks some of the endogenous production of the hormones, particularly testosterone, that drives acne. Then there's gut ecology. Again, back to gut ecology. What is the ecological balance of the gut? How permeable is the gut? Are foods getting through and creating what we call an inflammatory response through molecular mimicry? Are they inflaming the innate immune system to create an inflammatory cascade which manifests in the skin? You can give tetracycline to acne.
Accutane.
And Accutane, it'll help.
Yeah.
As I've said on many podcasts, Mahatma Gandhi always told us the problem with modern medicine is
It works.
it works. It gives you a short-term solution.
Yeah.
It down-regulates the symptom. You just take one pill and it's not too expensive.
Yeah.
It works. I mean, doxycycline or erythromycin will, within 3 to 4 weeks, reduce your acne by 50%.
Well, yeah, but then, that encourages people to not actually change the underlying things causing it, which then impacts other systems in them, and then we have a chronic disease epidemic.
And there's a gradation and a scale of what value people put on health. So people will come and see you because they don't want to have acne anymore.
Yeah.
And then you say to them, look, this transition to a non-acne state is going to take 3 months of hard work, and you have to change everything about your diet and your lifestyle and your sleep habits and your electron transport flow and your quantum biology. Here's the roadmap that I recommend. And then they go, oh. And then they realize that they want to be free of acne, but health is not their highest value.
Yeah.
Their highest value is partying with their friends at, raves in Ibiza and staying up all night taking substances and connecting. There's nothing wrong with it, but health isn't their highest value. So then you have to force them to be honest.